Getting back in my yard here. I can't believe the cherry tree had like thousands of cherries about 4 or 5 days ago. I don't see one cherry left in there. The birds just went nuts and took everything off that tree completely. There's not one on there at all. Because I was here and I seen about 5-6 birds fighting and chewing cherries like crazy, but I don't think they would rob the tree completely. Everything's gone completely. But they're still up there trying to. Maybe the odd one left up there, but I don't see anything up there. They cleaned that tree completely. Unbelievable. Anyways, we're at the yard here, so I need to get all these wheels out of here. There's just too many wheels kicking around. I'm gonna cut these for now. Need to process a bunch of stuff. Got some couple big transformers coming, so I need the room. Yeah, some of these spokes are kind of like they're chewy. They don't want to cut that great. This one here, they cut under tension, but when you take the tension away, it won't cut that great. Maybe because they're really thin, these spokes or something. So not cutting that great, but I tightened up the bolt cutter. Still no. Anyways, that's how it goes. Still one more. There's little spokes in this thing for now. Not coming out too good. Corroded. There it is. Finally, one out. Let's try one that's a little thicker. This one looks to be thicker. Well, first couple cut good, and after that they get the tensions off. They get a little harder. Yeah, it's a thicker spoke here. Cuts easier than the other one. Need to process this yard. Too much junk in here. Turn it into cash. Prices start dropping too much. You're not making the money no more, right? Yeah, that was easy. Going rusty there. Yeah, feels a lot better. I just can't believe the birds. That's incredible. See, this one's too hard to clean. Well, it's hard to get the spokes off the side. It's a little bit of aluminum here, but kind of not worth it, but this one here is somewhat dirty aluminum here, see? But for 10 cents a pound, let the shredding machines deal with it. It's not worth it. Like some of the better spokes could be stainless steel, so I'll go there and check that. This one's like paper almost, or plasticky. It's nice and heavy. It's got weight to it. See, some of these don't have seam marks. I know they were saying some. Well, this could be a seam here maybe, but anyways. Okay, I got a few here, a few there, and some over there, so I'm gonna get those done. Try to make a small load for tomorrow of something. We'll see. Okay, wheels there, remove there, spokes. Got a few stainless steel spokes. And since they were stainless steel, I kept the hub when I took it apart. So right now I got to this lamp here. Chandelier. It's pot metal. Let's see, it's pot metal. I don't think it's brass, but let's take a polish to it. Could be brass. I thought it was pot metal, but can't really tell. I'm thinking pot metal, but yeah, I'm thinking pot metal. I'll just take them all off. Well, there's no real market for these things anymore. This was in pretty nice shape, but oh, hard to sell. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep plucking away here. I'll take a proper grinder to it later, but I just can't tell this light here. Not seeing. I don't think it's brass, anyways. Looks like a pot metal type thing. Brass should be a little more tougher, I think, too. Yeah, just for sure, this is pot metal. Yeah, I can tell on that one. So I can't. Yeah, I think it's pot metal. It's made to look like brass. The brass won't break that like that easy. Pot metal. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean it all up, strip it down. Okay, take that one apart, take that one apart. Takes a big volume of area, so get rid of it. Okay, so on this thing you just pull the side off. There's a little nut on the edge. And you cut the wire. There's a screw here and undo. Pull the caps off. And turn these things here. And does the wire. So we'll clean. See, I'm thinking, like, say, some of this looks almost like aluminum. This, or not aluminum, but this looks almost like brass. But you know, they're using steel screws, so I'm not sure. But I really doubt it. But anyways, so you can take this apart right to nothing, right to a bunch of little pieces. Cut the wire off here. Put the wire here. There. Metal there. So, for pot metal, it's like 40 cents a pound or something like that. So anyways, caps off. Takes too much room, this anyways. Just get rid of it. If I had a store or something, I could try to sell it, but they're just, I remember years ago I couldn't sell these things. You know, I was getting like maybe $20 for something like this, wasting my time. You know, it wasn't like I was getting big dollars. So, might as well just scrap it. I'm trying to deal with, you know, people want stuff working perfectly. It's got to be CSA approved. Right now, this old stuff. Stuff could cause a fire. So who wants responsibility of it, right? A lot of times it has to be rewired. I mean, the wire looks actually really good on here, but it's not certified, right? That's the biggest problem. This just gives you a little break of taking it apart. Something else to take apart. See, some of these don't come out. You have to unscrew it. And it's pretty heavy pieces. It's not light. It should produce pretty good weight. Because the whole unit weighed about 30 pounds. So it was quite heavy. Okay, even this one, when it looks like brass to me, but when I scrape it, it just looks shiny white. So I'm not really sure, but it's very, very heavy. So I have to ask the scrapyard to see what they say. Very heavy. Some doesn't even. It seems like not like a different than the pot metal. Could be white brass. I'm not sure, but some of it, maybe not all of it, but like something like this, and even these cap covers are suspicious to me. But 25 pounds right now in here, pretty heavy. Surprised how heavy it is. I'll pop this one apart. Yeah, I know what you guys are saying. Put it on eBay. You know what? I think I like to scrap it instead. This one's original wiring, you can tell. I think the other one was rewired. To me, it looks like the wiring doesn't look old. It looks like a newer wiring. It's probably rewired at some time. Okay, anyways, this will come off here. Smells like almost like a ballast. This thing has a smell to it. I don't know if it can be steel. No, some kind of heavy metal. Yeah, it's just white shiny metal. So I can't determine exactly what it is, but it's a little different than pot metal to me. But this is a fairly old light fixture, so you never know. This is non-magnetic, basically. This I would say is pot metal, but I'll take a scrapyard and see what they say. But this is definitely old wiring, you can tell. It's all old. So I'm thinking this one here is original wiring. I see often the arms are held on like this. A little hard to get in there. Maybe if I start taking this top stuff off. It's got a weird smell. It smells like transformer smell. This thing. Steel. Make sure you're magnet on hand. Okay, so I can unscrew this easier now. My buddy tried selling this. He gave it to me actually. Couldn't sell it. Sitting in the storage for years. Sometimes you gotta use a screwdriver. Old flatheads. Yeah, I want to slowly kind of tackle that area, kind of move everything that way. Hopefully I get those two big transformers coming. That should make a really good video. Hopefully there's copper inside of them. But one he said was $60,000 new, and the other one is was $30,000. So I don't know what the hell they're used for, but they're huge. I saw a picture of them. They're like the size of this thing, the box. So I don't know exactly how heavy it's going to be, if it's copper, or is it worth more than scrap? You know what I'm saying? Don't know. He said it came out of a building, and it was good, I believe. And the guy took it, but never used it. It was sitting for years in the guy's driveway. So now they will finally want to get rid of it. That's the thing, you can take stuff home and it just sits and sits and sits, right? That's why when you go to scrapyard, it's guaranteed sold. Like Dumpster Jerry would say, it's sold. You don't piss around with people coming to your house, dicking you around, you know. You try to give them a good price and they want it for less, right? So why do you want to, you know, hassle? You just might as well scrap it. It's guaranteed sold. And like, as a scrapper, like, I mean, I enjoy scrapping, you know. I mean, it's not, you're not going to get rich on it, but unless you own a scrapyard. All the scrapyard guys are rich. But the thing is, as just a part-time scrapper, which I am, but eventually I want to get into full-time scrapping, like getting there and buying up large amounts of scrap. But you know, I just can't do it right now because I don't have a proper place to do it. If I get a commercial property somewhere, you know, I will do it. And I would get myself a compactor. So basically, if the prices are crappy, you got a 2,000 pound cube sitting there, and when prices go higher, you dump it. So you just collect the scrap. Even though scrap is not worth much, you just collect it and make cubes out of it and store it. If you have it in a place to store it and you got the room, so the price is always, metal's always going to be high. I remember went down to $60 and bounced back up real fast, just because, you know, they're constantly building all the time. They're building and building. So I mean, the scrap is always, you know, it's always going to be there. Good markets. It's never going to go away. If anything, it's getting better and better. Because the cost of fuel and they basically, is that micro? I don't know, but cost of fuel and then machinery need and amount of fuel and heat to refine stuff, it's just going to be, people are going to just want to recycle everything. Like we're not recycling that much, but pretty soon it could be 100% recycling. Like they didn't even want any plastic straws no more. Let's start, right? Before it used to be like, remember McDonald's had the styrofoam wrappers, then they went to like a cardboard, and then now they want to eliminate plastics completely. No plastic. They want to use wood, forks. Well, the old school wax straws were good, right? Today's straws, paper, you sit there and drink for 10-15 minutes, it wrecks the taste of the drink up and everything. It's crap. But the old straws from the 70s, the wax paper, there was no issues with those. They were nice. Just don't know why the straws, like when I go to what is it, A&W, their straws are crap. I hate those. Just the aftertaste to get off them, and it changes the flavor of the drink completely. Yeah, that's micro. Yeah. Makes that weird noise. He's back. I just can't believe how many cherries are gone in that tree. There was probably like 20,000 in there. Every 2 inches there was a cherry. I don't see one cherry nowhere. I see a little bit of bird shit here. I see cherries up there. So I'm not sure how they can, you know, in 4 or 5 days dissolve all those cherries. It's like incredible. Oh, I can't get this wire out. But yeah, so pretty soon, like I say, everything's going to be recycled. Every little thing. Like even they were talking about, this is how stupid our city is. They were talking about, you know, cigarette butts. Make a deposit on cigarette butts. So if you buy a pack of cigarettes, you might pay 10 cents a cigarette butt. So you turn the cigarette butts in, you get money for it. Like, come on. That's how they want to do stuff like that, right? They're actually serious about talking about that, doing that. Because, you know, there's just so much cigarette crap and then garbage, people just don't throw it away. Oh, I can't get this out. So how can you rewire something like this if you can't get it out? It's bizarre. But the city's they come up with stupid stuff all the time. I'm not sure it's going to affect my prices now if I can't get this out. I can't get it out. So I don't know if it's going to might be a problem. Have to cut it tight, I guess. They're getting the benefit of it than me. Yeah, it's got a weird smell, this thing. It smells like, you know, like fluorescent transformers has that same smell. Probably toxic wire. Could even, some of the stuff could even be asbestos wire, you don't know. I'm not saying this one is, but I mean, they did have asbestos wire in really old days, but it's a problem. Hard to get this out. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just gonna keep taking this apart as much as I can, and then move on to something else. Okay, so stay tuned. These things that it's an exhaust fan used for like kitchens. They sit on your house like that, you know. See that? Or your restaurant, I mean. Sorry. We'll just start taking some screws out. Let's see if we take that cap off here. Should expose the mortar. I don't know if it's direct drive or is it going to be a belt up there, I'm not sure. That's much dirt. It's got a mortar. Find the right socket here. Like stainless steel. It's not rusty. No. I'm just going to cut that. A little slippery there. It's starting to rain right now, it's a problem. They're pretty heavy, this thing. I have to use a wrench to unscrew this part, but I could clean it completely. See how they put the steel rivets there? Completely screw everything up. If I could take this motor off. Okay, well, it's not stainless steel. I'll chuck them. Two don't want to turn. Why is that? Take that one off. This, I can pull the motor and drop the shaft. Stay tuned. Took the motor apart. The motor is copper, but see, I can't get an Allen key for this. But I ideally have to cut the shaft. Then I have to unbolt this bolt to here to the motor. So it's almost a pain, this one, to be honest. But here it goes. Get the motor out is the main thing. The motor's the value, right? So we sell dirty aluminum or something. Probably better off than, you know, wasting time getting it off. But there's pot rivets here. The rivets are steel anyway, so you can see if I found an Allen key there. Maybe I can get this out, but if I can, it's better. But you still got a nice copper mortar in there, which I'm happy. Okay, let me look around. If not, I'm going to clean this thing and clean that a bit. I think just a couple screws here and so on. Okay, Husky power washer here. It's quite heavy. Normally, like I say, I don't strip these. I just throw them in a shred. And today I'm just going to seriously see what's there. Why it's so heavy, like it's got probably a decent mortar on it or something, because it's very heavy. Problem is you get a lot of waste with these things. The mortar is very heavy, so probably won't be too bad. I need another screwdriver now. This problem goes way down there. This one might work. Let me just unscrew everything and I'll show you the rest, so I don't take too much video up. Couldn't get out the plastic because, you know, I had to smash it to the ground and it fell out the motor. Get some more plastic. It was quite the contraption here. It's all Torx or Allen keys. So, makes it a little more difficult. It's going to rain really hard right now, so. Seems to be quite the motor. It's aluminum here too. So what kind of mortars can be in here, but this one snapped here. My Allen key snapped in this thing here. It pissed me off there. Just snapped. So let's try another one. Alright, there's some. It's interesting. Let me take it apart more. See how much I can take it apart. Okay, stand by. Okay, I took it apart. It's actually pretty impressive. It's got nice looking copper there. Nice copper mortar. Very heavy. If I can get this housing off somehow. Might have to be cut off or something. I have to cut it off. Being cast, you know, maybe I could smack with an axe, but it's a little too late right now, so I won't do it. But definitely copper, did a scratch test. Very nice looking. I'm pretty impressed actually. And that's a Husky 1750. See, this kind of stuff I'm not sure if it's worth stripping. It's just so dirty, right? But mortar is very impressive. Very nice looking mortar. So I would just sell it like breakage, I think. It's just way too dirty. Might be able to get most of this bell housing here, but it's just so much material here. Yeah, it's hard to say if it's worth it, but it's surprising how nice that mortar is. Oh, that's pretty tight stuff. Let me just take a few bolts out here. I'll see if I can salvage this bell housing part. That I can see would be worth. The rest here might be a little too dirty. We'll see. Okay, stand by. Brass here. 3 pieces of brass, and then brass is nice, but it's actually oil sealed. There's actually oil in there. I'm not sure what's involved to take the rest of this off, but anyways, it's a bit messy. I don't know if it's even worth it. So I'm not sure how it comes off. See. Don't really know. This may turn off or something maybe. Everything's so greasy now. Figured I could at least try to save this part. Can't figure it out. Just such a small piece to worry about. Anyways, I would just chase the mortar. It's your big thing. And if you took the mortar off, it's good. And take this part off. This one has the brass in there. And if you go to the next port, to this thing, it's just got rings, I guess. I see what it is. So it's curved like that, so that's what creates compression. So anyways, I would just sell it as dirty, to be honest. But the mortar is very nice. Very nice mortar and very, very heavy. Like, I'm actually really impressed. So I think I'm going to start stripping those now with the big mortars. Look at that, how much copper is there. And it's about here. It's a good size. It's got to be at least 3 pounds of copper. Okay. Not bad. Not bad on that one for sure. Another air unit. So I just wonder if that's a copper mortar. It's a little hard to get to. But anyways, I'll start taking it apart. Compressor. I'll take off these 2 bolts, I'll separate that. Okay, let me just keep continuing here. I have to keep changing a different, one works, one doesn't work. Okay, so I'm interested in the copper mortar only. I know this is going to probably have oil and stuff in it, so don't really care about it. Let's see if I can get this. Nope. Okay, let me take it apart and I'll show you some more as I keep going. Mortar. Can't believe it. It's the 4th one I found today here. This was copper. This is copper too. It's got some kind of a heat thing on there or something, or a cooler. And there's brass around the valves here. Brass there, brass here. That's a good mortar. I'll say at least 2-3 pounds, at least 2 pounds minimum copper for sure. Look at that, nice. This was the other mortar I got, another nice one. So, take this brass off. I think I'm going to sell these as is. I'm not going to bother with these things. I'll just take the brass off mainly because they're all full of oil for just a, like a buck of a salvage is not worth it. It's too whitey. I'll take the brass valves off. See all the valves I got already. And like I say, I can sell this still as dirty aluminum. See right there, another one. This one, it's a steel here, so I'll knock off this off. You have to cut it more than once, just so I can get this stuff off. Slinky stuff. Probably have to uncoil this or something. I'll take the brass off the tank. Already took a little piece off already. It's all tin. I'll cut this off here. Steel. There. Deal with it later. Okay. Take the rest of this brass off the tank. Get a better position here. This tank's full of sludge, oil. Inside the tank is water, which is weird. Anyways, just gonna pick the water around my house here. Oh. It's a problem, stuff's tight. Sometimes better just to cut it off, but I'll deal with it later. Some mucky water. Okay, we'll get on to something else. Big question is going to be copper. So we're going to pop the front off. Using a swimming pool, like a big swimming pool. Wow, it's copper, awesome. So I've been pretty lucky with copper actually. Finding lots of copper. All the motors I took apart today were all copper. Fair amount of plastic, but that's, you know, what it is, right? So I only care about the motor here, so I'm gonna not worry about this wires too much. I think I have 3 of these. 3 like this. This one's got a nice cast housing, but I'll see if I can get part of it off. I'm having problems with the propeller, but well, that's gonna have a lot of copper, that one there. So from about here to here. Okay. I'll start scrapping all those craps. That's kicking around too much junk. Same order, exactly same. All you do is you pop off the back here. It's a little tight. This one might not be as easy. Little tap sometimes helps. I think that one snapped. Sound like it snapped. Okay, that one's out. Sometimes, like the top you do, right? You have to crack it. Did it. No, it just snapped it or something. So it's the main thing. Okay, so what you do with this one, you knock the back off. Front off. Here it is. Is it copper probably? No, it's copper. Perfect. Yeah, it's copper. Okay, so I'm happy with that. But usually these big mortars, it should be, I would think. I'm not going to use crap wire, but just never know. Lots of spiders. Okay. Buffing wheel here. Took forever trying to get it off. Anyways, got it off. But even the frame is heavy cast. Everything's cast here. Oh, this will come off like everything's just so rusty and tight. Like I'm not getting what I want to get off, you know what I'm saying? Pull this off, I think. Should come out. Should come out, I think. It's heavy. It's got a good mortar, a nice copper mortar. Hopefully, I think it's copper. Let me just take it apart. I don't know how much time I have on my phone or my camera here. Okay, stand by. Okay, so very heavy cast, probably like a couple pounds. Nice copper mortar. This is cast also. This one is cast on the end here, but I can't seem to get it off. I never hammered it, but Okay, well I got part of it off. That's pretty heavy actually. So anyways, so you have to look for stuff like that. All this, I would say probably 3 pounds aluminum in your copper mortar. So you have to look around and check those things because you never know. This has the bearing here. There it is. It's all clean. A couple bearings there. Very good value there. Pretty happy with that. Oh, a little bit off. Okay.